The Red Dirt D&D podcast is brought to you by Pro Laser Cuts. The Oklahoma company provides pre-made and customizable design laser cut dice towers, tokens, and more, developed by a gamer for gamers, and now available to enhance your tabletop game. Pro Laser Cuts products can be found at many Oklahoma City area game stores, local events, and now available online at prolasercuts.com. That's laser and cuts with a Z, Pro Laser Cuts. And by SD Way Gaming, where dice goblins unite. Our friends at SD Way Gaming celebrate the beautiful dice players handpick for their games and splendor. SD Way Gaming has expanded to include many tabletop gaming varieties, accessories, and similar fun necessities to include a service for your dice addiction. You can shop for a variety of products at sdwaygaming.com or find SD Way Gaming on Facebook.
Welcome to Red Dirt D&D. I'm Michael Cross and I play Blackjack, a jackalope folk warlock of Sneaky Coyote.
I'm Johnny Payne and I play Twitch Grimfoot, a rat folk necromancer.
I'm Brooke Bullock and I play Zionsi, a spiderkin rogue.
I'm Connor Shenold. I play Jaska, a Yote ranger.
Hi, I'm Ash King. I will be playing Cintra Redmaw, Knoll Paladin of the Bone Mother.
I'm Kiri Hester. I will be playing Billy Possum, the Possum Fighter.
And Aiden Cross as your Dungeon Master. Join us for Tales from the Ironwoods.
But I don't have a tail.
Our group has just dealt with bandits, led by one Charlie Lloyd, who no one had recognized, and he was really disappointed about that. You now have a captive, a tiefling, and Lloyd had gone up on his horse and ran into the Ironwoods. What would you guys like to do?
Cintra, do you want to go after him or worry about this captive we've got first?
The Ironwoods, they take care of their own. I'm sure he'll probably be dead within 24 hours. But there's something in his journal that intrigues me.
One thing I forgot to mention, in his journal he also wrote, I have sent a message to Valeria letting her know I need backup. That was also another note he had, and it appears to be kind of a journal of sorts.
I do not recognize that name.
Nope. So, what are you guys doing?
So I am dragging this tiefling back to the three, basically my three minions, and I look to them and say,
Looks like your clan has a bit of a problem with interlopers.
Guess we're just adding another one to the list.
We need to get a message to Serena to let her know this group was camped out here where you intended for this caravan to set up shop.
Billy leans and listens. Her name was Sirena, not Serena.
Yes, they look at you and say, one of us can head back and send a message to Sirena. We may have to turn to your clan as well as maybe some other clans to help out, for our clan is sort of spread thin right now, with the young bloods also causing mischief.
Would you have us go after this Lloyd character? Do you think it's worth pursuing?
I will speak on behalf of Sirena and say that she would probably request that you at least find him if you can. We will request backup and it will be here as soon as it can be. Whatever mischief he is causing needs to be dealt with immediately.
I will leave the three of you in charge then, and we will go after this Charlie Lloyd. I look over to Jaska, and you've got a good nose, right?
Why, of course.
Lead the way.
Before they do that, I need to go talk to Alvia, Silverstone.
Yes, it looked like quite a ruckus just happened. What happened?
Well, apparently there were some people who were already trying to mine the Ironwoods, but we have put a stop to it. Fortunately, they've left tents, so the settlement can move in right now and under the guide of friends from the clan Ironweaver. And so you settle in. We're going to go try and chase down this Charlie Lloyd character.
Well, you all have done what you promised. If you guys wish to take anything from the caravan, feel free to do so. You will have a home here if you ever need it.
Excellent. We wish you luck in your settlement, and we will be off. Xianxi.
Before we go, do we want to question the guy that we took all the trouble to take alive?
To speak truthfully, Charlie Lloyd is the bigger threat. But I'm certain that my associates from Clan Ironweaver would be most interested in extracting any information they could from this person.
They look at you and say, "Oh, we'll get the information, all right."
Billy sits up from his place on the tiefling's boot and goes over to the tiefling and just gives him a nice open hand slap. And then he walks over to Sintra and raises a hand. So when Sintra puts her hand down, he just scurries up the shoulder and loops his tail, and he's ready to go.
I wonder if Charlie Lloyd is going into the Ironwoods looking for the same thing I'm looking for.
Well, he mentioned something about a creature with multiple eyes that apparently was able to charm his gang to turn them against him. And something here, too, about a metallic object.
Mm-hmm. Does it say anything about a nut that only grows once every 20 years off of the tree in the center of the Ironwoods? And can't be plucked? You have to wait until it falls on its own?
Nope, sorry, doesn't
Oh,
like
okay,
anything
then
of
we're
that.
fine. Everything's fine.
But is that what you're looking for,
It
little
is.
one?
It is indeed. And when I find it, we will all be rewarded.
So, anything else you were doing before you head into the Ironwoods?
Can we finagle for any potions? We're about to head merrily off into danger. It feels like
Yeah.
we're woefully undersupplied.
You see Alvia look around through the store. She says, "Potions?
Yes. The liquid, you drink it. and
I
it
got
makes you feel
this
better.
one. It's like," and you see it's kind of clear. I don't know what it does.
Uncork.
Arcana check.
Let me smell. I work with shaman. Can I give Sintra the help action?
Are you proficient in the Arcana skill?
No.
Then no.
Got a 9.
9? No idea.
Probably moonshine.
So, Ash, add a mysterious potion to your inventory.
1 mysterious potion.
Is there a climber's kit or a healer's kit inside of the...
I'd say there's both, yes.
I'm going to take those and put them in my pack.
Just in case, they wanted to go climbing up in the mountains to the north,
How about a bullseye lantern?
Yep.
A shovel?
Yep.
How about pitons and a hammer? Okay, that's all I needed. And I'll put those in my backpack.
Before we leave, I've been sitting here fidgeting with a stick at the ground, and there's little symbols glowing on it, circles kind of in a circle, and in each one is your initials, a B and a J for blackjack, an S, a J, a Z, and then one circle with a question mark. I wave the stick around and make it disappear. Let's go!
Okay. So, Jaska, you are leading the party, and make me a survival check.
If allowed, I will give Jaska assistance. I do have proficiency in survival.
Oh, good.
Give yourself advantage as you're...
And so does Xianxi if it's stacked
So
more
do
than
I.
once.
It does not stack more than once,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Well, I would also think that Sintra, has knowledge
Perhaps.
of the Ironwoods.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'll give you advantage.
So with Sintra's help, Jaska will try and pick up his trail. 22.
It's weird. You find the trail of the horse, and you travel for a few minutes. Did you just pass that tree? You guys could have swore you just passed that certain tree as you were following the trail.
Are we discussing this? How long do you think we passed that tree? How long ago?
How about a couple minutes ago at least?
Blackjack and Xianxi, make me history checks.
19.
15.
You guys know that there are certain places in the Feywild that feel like a maze sometimes, and this feels like some Fey shenanigans.
This seems rather familiar, Xianxi. Like we're in the Feywild again. Like we're in some sort of labyrinth of trees.
Yes, it's not Feywild. But oh no, you don't think it's him, do you?
I hope not. He said he would leave us alone.
You get kicked out one. And then isn't it punishment enough just being here?
Well, he said he would leave us alone. He said he would help us out, of course. He's given me the powers that I need, but he's supposed to leave me alone.
I would just say again, you're the one that made the pact. It's your fault.
But you're the one who got us caught.
Me?
Hey now, please stop fighting. We got a lot to worry about right now without you guys fighting.
Of course, Jaska, you're right, but this feels... It's not the Feywild, but it gets that feeling that we're going sort of
mazy and
in
twisty.
circles. Yes.
Hold on. You're bearing the lead here. You made a deal with that flea-bitten, no-good, two-timing sneaky coyote?
That's the one.
You've heard of him.
What's a sneaky coyote?
Yeah.
Mouse men. Not time.
But it's okay. I promise. He's not
He's
going to get
only one
involved.
step above the runt of the litter, Yinogu.
He's not going to get involved. I promise everything will be fine. Everything is going to be fine. Yes.
Well, so how do you normally get out of these types of situations in this Feywild?
Watch this, and I'm going to put an arrow on the ground pointing this way. Now let's go this way and then start walking on with me.
Sure.
Walk in. Magical arrow on the ground lasts for an hour.
Are we following a trail still?
Yeah.
Yep.
Someone make me a survival check.
Natural 20 for a 25.
You can tell that it looks like Charlie was also basically in the same loop for the longest time. And Blackjack, whenever you were in situations like this, you just pray to the gods that you would make it.
I've got a piton, and I'm going to pull it out, and I'm going to carve a little arrow in the direction that we're going into the tree to show which direction we went.
Really?
You try to do that and try to carve it, doesn't do anything.
Oh,
It feels like you're scraping up against literal metal.
How about another arrow, glowing arrow on the ground? Really, mold earth, I can make symbols on the ground.
So you make an arrow on the ground.
So I just keep doing
There we
this
go,
every
yes.
once. Yeah.
perfect.
So, making your way. There's a bit of brush by the side. It looks like you're kind of out of the loop, it appears. And jumping out of the brush, standing well over 10 feet tall, as it appears to have been hiding in the brush. Sort of a ape-like figure with gigantic feet. And it growls at you. And then it goes, I'm terribly sorry about that.
Hello, how can we help you, Mr. Large, furry creature man thing?
Oh, you may call me Ted.
Hello, Ted. Well, I am Blackjack. We've got Seancey and Twitch and Jaska and Sintra, and our little one here is Billy.
You see Ted look at Sintra and says, "Oh, you're quite a tall one." And pats you on
Don't
the
touch
head.
me.
Oh, fight?
Sword comes out. Do not lay hands.
I do not wish to fight. I'm here to help. What are you all doing here?
Well, actually, we're looking for a guy who might have come by on a horse. Have you seen him? His name is Charlie Lloyd. You might have heard of him.
But probably not.
We didn't know about him, but maybe you do.
Who?
Exactly.
Can I do an insight or a history?
Maybe an
What,
insight
like, do I
check.
know what this thing is?
Okay, first insight. So
14.
appears to be trustworthy. Now make me a history check.
Okay. 15.
You've heard of mystical creatures. Some people call them Bigfoot. Some people call them Sasquatches. However, whenever people talk about it, it's more or less a frightening thing. This guy really doesn't seem to be all that frightening.
And you said your name is Ted.
It's a long family name. I'm Ted the 16th.
Zionci is right there at Blackjack's ear.
Do you think it's a Bigfoot? A Sasquatch?
It seems to be. I mean, look at those feet.
Yes.
Look at your feet.
I do have large feet. Thank you for noticing.
So what brings you all here?
Well, again, we're looking for Charlie Lloyd. He's committed some...
Crimes against the forest.
Crimes against... No, he did not.
Apparently, yes, he was taking down the Ironwoods. So that's why we're
You
looking
can't
for
just come in and do that. Even the Gnolls respect it, you know, the little I see of them.
Someone needs to tell this you man that.
Yes. Human man about, yay tall.
Short, riding on a horse.
Yeah.
So I did see him come by here.
Oh,
Which
fantastic.
way did he go?
He takes a second to look around. That way? And you see him point off in a random direction. And you don't even need an insight check for this. He doesn't seem sure of where he went.
So, did you or did you not see him?
I didn't. Well, I saw him. I don't remember where he went.
Can I
Then you are
try
useless to me.
and pick up some tracks along?
Sintra. Diplomacy.
Maybe a survival check.
He might not be useless to me. I do have a spot I
18.
can fill.
The tracks have been lost, it looks like. The missed thing he did, he might have done it again to lose the track. Well, if you all need a place to rest, I can take you back to my hut. It's quite nice.
Oh, well, we might have to try to pick up on the scent in just a bit. Why don't we go take a rest with Ted the 16th?
All right, I'm always interested in making new friends.
Maybe you can tell us a little bit more about the Ironwoods.
Sounds great to me. And you see him start going one direction and says, "This way!" No, wait, sorry. That way! As he goes the other direction.
I think he's as lost as we are.
So, Ted, how long have you lived here in the Ironwood?
My whole life, about 20 years.
Are you sure of anything, Ted? Like anything?
Maybe he was 25, 30? I don't know.
Is it always this twisty?
No, that's why I'm kind of a little lost. I normally know my way through the Ironwoods. I've had trouble finding my house recently.
So does this seem to be a recent occurrence in the Ironwood?
It's only been going on for what you, outside of the forest, people call a week.
All right.
Did it coincide with a large explosion?
I heard a loud sound, and it made me deaf for like an hour.
Large explosion.
We'll talk about it later.
Well then, lead us as best you can to wherever it is you were supposed to be going.
Yes, I think it is this way. So, you all follow him, and he just appears to be wandering a little aimlessly.
Mr. Twitch, Lord Twitch.
Go on.
Twitch the first. That magic arrow thing. Do you have anything that does direction like that? I mean, everybody seems very lost.
No, it only points the direction I tell it to. It doesn't point the direction I want.
Eventually, after about an hour of looking around, you find what appears to be, it's strange, a large toadstool hut standing over about 15 feet tall. He, of course, has to duck down a little bit, but he says, "This is my home. Please make yourself at home." You see a chimney rising out of the toadstool, windows on the side. He says, "Please make yourselves at home."
I will add this Ted to my book. And he has his little book of words and stuff, and he starts drawing a picture of Ted to add to his book.
Ted says, "Well, it's getting kind of late. You all may rest here as long as you wish. You all seem pretty trustworthy. You know, it's nice having other furry folk around, if that makes any sense.
Oh, yes.
I'm kind of fluffy, and normally most people that come in are either gnolls, which, you know, I'm kind of scared of them. They're very intimidating."
I just smirk and show all my teeth.
And you see him step back for a moment and says, "Oh, okay." And then, like, the other people that come are usually, like, those skin people. The people with the skin.
Right.
The
ones
humans?
without the fur.
The humans.
Humans. Oh, I mean, and then the elves, sometimes might.
And the dwarves.
Well, the orcs. Yes.
What do they taste like?
Taste like?
Or smell like?
I don't really go close enough to smell them. I mean, most of them that come in here try to get photos of me for some reason with their weird machines. Of course, I always like to mess with them and just run by as that's happening, Sometimes I'll tell a bear to run by too. It's great.
So, yes, if we could just crash here for the night, that would be very nice.
So, really quickly, give you guys a short rest.
A short rest or a long rest?
Short rest, real
Short
quick.
rest, okay.
We don't want to tarry too long, Blackjack. We might lose what little there is left of the trail.
Yes.
Zionti, kind of to the side. I mean, not necessarily in a stealthy action, but, to the side, takes a small vial of dark burgundy liquid. It's very viscous and downs it.
After about an hour of resting and talking, conversing with you guys, he says, "Oh, I forgot to grab food. Tell you guys what, would you all be willing to do a little chore for me? You can do it while searching for your friend."
Of course, Ted. You've been so nice to allow us to stay here. What can we do for you?
I have this really nice soup I can make. It has some properties that are special. It can help with health and constitution. If you were to collect the ingredients, it's just 2 simple ingredients. Any kind of mushroom usually works as long as it is consumable, and some bee honey. If you all can grab those for me, I would really appreciate it. If not, don't worry about it.
Oh, we should have no problem finding those. Let me ask you, though, what if we get lost again?
I'll come looking for you.
All right, that sounds like a deal. What do you think?
I'm quite good at foraging, so
Yeah.
I think we could do this for him. He's been so nice to us.
That's what I was thinking, too. It's not often you find a nice Sasquatch who's going to let you bend down for a bit.
I just ate, but I'll help you guys.
What did you just eat?
I just had a little. It was fine. The thing in the.
I know. I didn't see you do that, but all right. Thank you for not showing everyone else. That would be nasty.
Billy points 2 fingers at his eyes, and then points 2 fingers at Zionsi's eyes, and then points his other 2 fingers at Zionsi's other eyes.
Where can we find mushrooms and honey?
Normally on the western side of the forest, a bunch of mushrooms grow as well as some bees in a beehive, so it should not be too hard to get. I would be a bit careful around the beehive. They do like stinging. I've kind of gotten used to it, but some people get a bit swollen if they get stung in certain parts.
All right, let's head out.
Greetings and salutations, my friends. I'm Michael Cross. So great to have a moment to talk with you during this mid-show break. First off, I want to invite you all to join us as Patreon members. The money we raise helps us pay for things like the music and sound effects you hear on the show, as well as money to go to events and make new fans. When you become a Patreon member, you get our episodes 4 days early, bonus content, access to our Discord server, and full versions of our roundtable discussions. You'll be joining other fans like Scott Wise, Don Mills, Heath Mormon, and the Lady Kate. So join us right now at patreon.com/reddirtdnd. Another way to support us is by getting your very own Red Dirt merchandise. You can find things like hats, hoodies, mugs, and t-shirts. Just click on the merch tab at reddirtdnd.com or reddirtrpg.com. Since 2020, the Red Dirt D&D podcast has been close to another Oklahoma actual play Dungeons & Dragons podcast, D20 to Curtain. And me personally, I've had a chance to work on stage with some of the actors on the show. So when you get done with this episode, you should check them out.
Hello, fellow D&Ders. My name is Jerome.
I'm Jennifer. I'm Jody.
And together with our friends Kara, Timothy, and Jared, we are the cast of the D20 to Curtain podcast, where Oklahoma theater geeks and their friends hit record and explore our new addiction to Dungeons & Dragons.
We think D&D is more than just a game. It helps us tap into the enduring power of storytelling.
We combine live gameplay with behind-the-curtain episodes to share our experiences, insights, habits, discoveries, and passion for D&D with anyone who will listen.
We hope D20 to Curtain will make you laugh, cry, maybe even make your experience at your table even more satisfying. Check us out anywhere you listen to podcasts or visit us at d20tocurtain.com or at D20 to Curtain on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
We look forward to having you. All we ask is that you have fun, be kind, and play the role.
If you're looking for more content, make sure to check out our YouTube page with Mysteries of Beatrix live every Wednesday. Keys from the Golden Vault from the Red Dirt Outlaws dropping every Tuesday at noon, and Plausible Deniability every other Thursday at 7 p.m. So come check it out at youtube.com/@RedDirtRPG or search for Red Dirt RPG on YouTube. And we would love to hear from you. Find us on social media at Red Dirt RPG. You can also get in touch with us through our website at reddirtrpg.com. In the meantime, make sure and subscribe to this podcast and leave a comment on your favorite podcatcher so others can find us. All right, I think that's everything I need to tell you. Right now, let's head back to Red Dirt D&D.
Having met a Sasquatch, the characters went to his home and had taken a short little rest and had headed out searching for, first off, Charlie Lloyd, and second off, if they can, try to find food for dinner. And apparently it has some healing properties. As you all are heading off, who's taking the lead?
I think we should let Jaska and Sintra, they were doing such a good job earlier. They might be able to find us a trail toward the mushrooms and the bee honey.
Maybe a survival check with advantage, because Sintra, you're helping out.
Okay. 18.
The maze of the forest, you're kind of getting used to it as you're kind of making your way through. And with that survival check, you find a few horse tracks again. And as you're following those, you find what appear to be a few patches of mushrooms. 5 patches. There appears to be a patch with a small, clear, transparent mushroom with what appears to be a milky substance inside of it, a plain brown mushroom, a darker mushroom that looks like a block of stone almost, a tiny golden mushroom, and a blue mushroom with white spots, and a red one with white spots.
Can I do a nature check to see which ones of these would actually be edible?
Maybe a nature check.
21.
But it looks like all of them are more consumable, except for the block of stone looking one.
Most of these here look good, except for those ones that look more like stone, so I think we could just take our pick.
Yeah, let's just gather up a fair menagerie of different ones and then head off to get some honey.
So you guys are taking all of them?
Not all of them, but like
one of each?
Enough for us to have a meal from. Okay. So we don't want to take all of them because we don't want to take away from the forest. We want
one
to just
of
take what
each type,
yeah,
other than the rockstone one. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Following the trail still, you find what appears to be buzzing up in one of the tall ironwood trees, a beehive.
So I've been trying to think about this as we've been walking and how we're going to get honey out of the beehive.
You want me I should go?
Well, actually, I was thinking you might be the perfect person for it.
I have armor, and I'm very strong of spirit. I'm a possum. I'm like poison and disease and stuff like that. So I'm resistant.
How high up is the
beehive?
Not all the way up the tree, but about, I'll say 40 feet up.
Is there a branch probably about 10 feet up that I can jump up to, that I can hop to?
Yes.
I'm going to hop up there, and as you are trying to work it, I'm going to mage hand to assist you with getting there.
Oh, great. Sintra! And he just puts his little arms up for Sintra to just yeet him as high.
Please throw him.
Make me a strength check.
That's a nat 20 for a 23.
And my acrobatics here would be a dirty 20, an 18 for a dirty 20.
So it's kind of like cheerleaders where you throw it up in the air and you just latch on to the tree right next to the beehive. Actually, you don't even need to do any more climbing up. You can hear the bees buzzing right next to your ear. The mage hand sits there ready to help.
Hello, bees! I need some honey for me and my friends. If you could give some, that would be great. I don't want to starve your little babies. Please let me take some honey with my tiny hand.
Give me an animal handling check.
So is the mage hand can help me at all?
Not in a social situation, no.
Okay, it's a 3.
One of the bees looks you directly in the eyes, and you hear go bzz, 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 and look around at his buddies and start buzzing at them.
I do not think they want to be friends.
And they just start making their way towards you.
While they're distracted, can I reach my mage hand in and get some
Maybe
honey?
a sleight of hand check. You may use your charisma if you so wish.
19.
Did you give your mage hand a vial?
Is your mage hand wearing rubber gloves?
I don't think you did give it a vial, did you?
It's just
It just reaches in. It has some honey. You see some of it just drooping out. You guys at the bottom are having to dodge out of the way of it.
I need a bottle to put this in.
Billy, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw as some of them start stinging you.
I do have advantage, which is good, because that roll was garbage. That roll was not much better. Only a 14.
You take 1 point of piercing damage.
Okay.
And you are poisoned for an hour as you start swelling up a little bit around your body, but you are able to make your way back down as the bees go back to their hive.
Did he give us a bottle of some kind of vial or something?
I actually have 2 empty vials, so...
I'm going to put the honey in the vial.
Instead of climbing down the tree, Billy just lets go. He just, Sintra!
Oh no.
Please don't roll bad.
Make me athletics check.
Oh god.
Do you want me to do it or just Sintra?
Make me an acrobatics check.
Okay, my acrobatics was a 17, but it sounds like Sintra rolled real bad, so I'm about to take some falling damage.
Do I get to add anything to this roll?
You get athletics.
That's an 11.
Citra reaches up.
I got him! Oh.
And then lands right next to you as you're going to take 6 points of damage.
I'm so sorry, Billy.
Poisoned!
Billy! Just
And,
pick you up and cradle you. Are you okay? What happened?
I need a nap.
Okay, you take a nap right here. Just so I put you in my pack.
Do you think you can get us back to the hut? I think,
I believe so.
Why are we going back to the hut? We should be following the trail.
Because we've got the food that we needed to get. And he might have some healing soup.
For Billy.
Apparently for Billy.
So you guys head back to the hut?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
His cheeks are swelling up. He starts to look more chipmunk than possum.
You guys make your way back, and he says, "Oh, welcome back. Oh, do you have the stuff?"
We do.
Takes the possum.
And it grabs Billy by the tail and takes it and says, "Oh, I'm so sorry, my little friend. Here." And you see him reach in his cupboard and pull out this pin and just injects you with it. Ouch. And you are no longer poisoned, and the swelling starts to go down a little bit.
Thank you, big man Ted.
You are welcome, little one.
Now give me back my possum.
Holds it by the tail and gives it back.
Just take you and I cuddle you.
Teddy, do you need help making that soup of yours?
No. You have done your job. Now let me make it for you. You guys give yourself another short rest if you want to. He makes the potion over the span of an hour, and he hands each of you this concoction and says, only really the golden mushrooms were worth anything, but I had enough to thankfully make this. And he hands each of you the equivalent of a potion of greater healing.
One for each of us,
Yep,
basically?
one for each of you.
Okay.
Ted, thank you very much. Listen, if there's any other way we can help you out, please let us know. But I think, as it stands, I'm afraid Charlie Lloyd might have
He's got 2 hours ahead on us. We need to go now.
Well, if he goes in circles, then maybe not.
He's still 2 hours ahead of us. And he also has some sort of powers.
All right. So
We'll find him.
Yeah.
So you guys head out?
Yes.
Okay, so following the trail again, I'm not gonna have you make me another survival check. You find something interesting. What appears to be a large, almost decrepit looking mansion. Looks like it's been here for at least a century or two.
What's the architectural style?
It's still a little small for a mansion compared to some of the like frontier designed houses. Looks to be elvish design. Someone make me a history check.
I know nothing.
I know 19.
Same.
13.
Actually, maybe with advantage, Cintra, because you know of who has resided in this forest before.
18.
And I got a 19.
So did I.
So you know that people have never really lived in the Ironwoods, at least all that much. This appears to be some sort of Feywild conjuration stuff going on.
Do I feel like maybe the worlds are colliding?
A little bit.
I think this might be why it feels like the Feywild, though it's obviously not, Yancy.
It could be an overlap.
Right. And maybe this house came from there. Some of the higher Sylvan elves left here.
Yeah. Elves aren't always the same culture everywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
You know that there are Feywild elves, which are not really related all that much to the Wood Elves. They're known as Eladrin.
Eladrin.
It looks like kind of their architecture.
But do we feel like Charlie might have gone anywhere near this mansion? Has he gone inside of it?
He's not gone inside of it, looks like. He looks like the horses ran by here.
You think this is just slipping through the veil?
Right.
Do you think it's possible that it's here 1 minute, gone the next, back and forth?
I don't know if it's here permanent or if it's only temporary, but this might be what we're looking for.
Ted did say things got weird a week ago.
Right.
Well, I was given some information before I met up with your group. The agents of Clan Ironweaver reported to me that there was a large explosion in the Ironwood about a week ago.
Like a booming?
Yes. They had sent out agents and bounty hunters to attempt to find information about what had happened, but none had returned as of when I spoke with them.
There's no other tracks around here, right? Just the horse tracks?
Just the horse tracks,
Okay.
it appears.
I want to go up into the house and take a peek in. I'm not going to go in, just kind of stealthily make my way up.
Maybe an investigation check.
I'm half tempted to say we should tie a rope around Bunny Boy's waist just in case we gotta pull him out real quick.
I tie a rope around my waist. And I hand it to Sintra. Sintra, if I go farther than 50 feet, yank me back. 12.
So you move closer to the house.
Did you want me to do a stealth roll as well?
Yeah, give me a stealth roll, because you're trying to sneak, correct?
Yes, I am. Unfortunately, that was a much lower roll, but I do have a much better stealth. That would be a 12 also.
So you approach, and looking at it, are you trying to open the door?
Yes, oh yes, I am going to open the door.
It appears to be locked.
And I whisper as loudly as I can to try to get Xianzi's attention. Xianzi! I think I might need a lockpick over here!
Xianzi just frozen for a long second, and then scurries right up to the door.
Thieves' tools check.
12, because it's 3 and 2.
You take 1 point of lightning damage.
Oh!
As it shocks you.
Huh.
Someone give me an Arcana check.
20.
You can tell that it looks like it needs a specific kind of key.
Hold on, I think I have that. And I reach into my backpack and I pull out a crowbar.
Yes, but you don't look very strong. Perhaps you should hand that over to someone else more capable.
Well, how about we keep going after this Lloyd guy and circle back to this mansion later?
Yeah, I'm
It's
in
just a
agreement
house.
with Jaska.
Xianzi shakes his fingers.
Yeah.
This might have the way back for us. This might be what we were looking for.
I don't think so.
All right.
I mean, a portal, it's gonna be like, round and glowy.
But it might be inside there.
Listen, if this house is so important to you, Blackjack, we'll circle back around and look at it again later.
All right. So we will keep following the trail.
After a little while, you come across what appears to be a very poor-looking fire. Sitting next to it appears to be Charlie. Oh, why won't this thing start? Ugh.
Is it actually him? Does it smell like him?
Smells like him. So what are you guys doing? As he doesn't appear to notice you.
Mouse man.
Everybody give
Well,
me,
I'm in chainmail, so I would be disadvantaged.
everybody
on
give
stealth.
me stealth checks.
I say I am not at
Is
disadvantage,
there any
but
dead grass or leaves around to jump
Where's my
into?
stuff?
to
Oh, my
hide?
stuff.
It is fall time. We did agree
It
on that.
is fall
So,
time.
yeah, I'll say so.
What is that important for?
11.
I got a 15.
I got a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
12.
18.
You see him quickly turn around and he says, well, hey, listen, like I said before, we can talk about this.
Yeah, sure, start talking.
Yeah.
You're not going to kill me, right?
No.
Is that a deception check? Are you lying about that?
No, Cintra's not lying.
I'm not gonna kill him now.
Not gonna
I'll say
kill
you. He doesn't appear. He just appears to be pointing these two.
I'm not gonna kill you.
Do I look like
Yet.
I'm capable of killing you?
He says, where's the rest of you?
Don't worry about them.
Okay.
With Jaska being hidden, I will ready up my bow just to see how this goes.
Okay, listen. We went to go investigate this metal object. I passed by what I thought it was, but now there's a mansion there, apparently. I'm just as confused as you all are. And there was a weird creature that contacted me, told me that I needed to get help and try to help destroy the creature that has been locked away. But I can't do it alone. At this point, I need everyone to give me perception checks.
10.
18.
19.
19.
8.
11.
We're way too enthralled by his story, Twitch.
But Jaska.
And I'm trying really hard to hide while also being on Cintra's shoulder. listen, no. Here's what it is. You see a pink loop on Cintra's shoulder, and he's just behind.
You're
on the backside.
He's just dangling.
Yeah, you're just doing what possums do. They play dead.
Just dangling on the back, trying really hard to be still.
So Blackjack, Ziansi, and Jaska, you all see spherical creatures floating from behind you.
Red Dirt D&D Tales from the Ironwoods is Aiden Cross as our Dungeon Master, Brooke Bullock as Ziansi, Johnny Payne as Twitch, Carrie Hester as Billy, Connor Shenold as Jaska, Ash King as Cintra, and I'm Michael Cross as Blackjack. Special thanks to our Silver Star Paladin patron Shenanigans Unplugged. Our theme music was created by the cinemagician P.J. Castillo. Our incidental music comes from Jeffrey McBride. Our sound effects and additional music courtesy of tabletopaudio.com, Sirenscape, and Monument Studios. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and at reddirtdnd.com. If you enjoy the new campaign of Red Dirt D&D, make sure to subscribe, rate us, and leave a comment. Also, tell your friends about Red Dirt D&D. You can also support the show at patreon.com/reddirtdnd at whatever giving level works best for you. Join us next time as we travel farther into the Ironwoods.
Billy leans and listens. Her name was Sirena, not Serena. It's a sigh.
Whatever.
I help with diplomacy.
Diplomacy possum. I will speak on behalf of Sirena and say...
Hold on.
Evidently, he's up to trouble already.
Yeah, they've already arrested him.
He walks out the forest and you see bounty hunters just to got him and he's just like, I give up, okay?
Bad boys, what you gonna do?
Listen, Mordecai and Evelyn have their own TV show.
That's right.
Evelyn the bounty hunter.
Well, he mentioned something about a creature with multiple eyes, so if that's what you're looking for.
No, it doesn't
We all
sound
look
like-
suspiciously at Ziansi.
He just stands there with the unblinking black eyes, like just frozen.
How about a bullseye lantern?
Yep.
What, you can't see in the dark, Bunny Boy?
I cannot. Actually, it's the first character I've played that doesn't have
Ultra dark.
Guess who can this time?
Yeah.
Ha! I am Possum.
Are there manacles?
We have manacles.
Don't give your dad manacles.
No.
The manacle supply chain has been woefully underfunded for decades. We all know this.
Specifically by Gaz.
Somewhere else is just a laughing coyote.
What's a stinky coyote?
Oh, the worst. Okay, so
Okay, anyway. Sorry. Slipped back into Connor's voice very slightly.
So, making your way,
Takes everything we've got.
Here we go.
I do have large feet. Thank you for noticing.
You know what they say about jackalopes with big feet?
They also have big ears.
Big shoes.
I like to think that it's a direct ratio. Just like a human foot is your forearm, a jackalope foot is also the size of your ears.
Yes.
So cute.
Billy, I really don't think we're in Shada anymore.
No, we left. We traveled many days. We're now in the Ironwood.
Yes, Billy. It's a figure of speech.
Sintra! And he just puts his little arms up for Sintra to just yeet him as high.
Please throw him. Please throw him.
Fastball special.
Give me a head start.
Can you sing I Am Just a Little Black Rain Cloud?
I am just a little black rain cloud.
It's a 3.
Oh no! Tut, it looks like rain.
And pull out this pin and just injects you with it, and you are no longer poisoned. And the swelling starts to go down a little bit.
We are suffering from the Society for Creative Anachronisms over here.
Oh yeah.
You think you're pretty sneaky. Everyone else could still see him very easily.
He's humming his own theme music.
This
This is the theme of the Larry Show, the opening theme. This is the music that you hear.
If only there was a dwarf here who could map it out for us.
We got rid of that guy years ago.
He died. What are you talking about? As far as everyone else knows, he died.